Otakuans, welcome back to another beautiful episode of the Otaku Octagon. I should have a cigar and a monocle. Just blows that. Never mind. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? It's been a while. We got some big major news for y'all today. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring notification bells down below so you don't miss out on any future episodes. We do have some technical difficulties. I know some people who look forward to our mid seasons and end season reviews. We did end up having some technical difficulties with one of our episodes, so we'll make sure we get. I know some people have been hitting me up. I'm sure they've been hitting you up too, like, hey, so how'd this show go? How'd that show go? So
They
um
literally have.
yeah, so if you're not one of those people who have our number, because we famous, I'm just kidding. I wish. No. But you should be sure to check that out. Just kind of keep your ear to the ground. But I got a little bit more news than usual since we didn't do nothing last week. We both fell asleep because we're old men. Um, I have quite a bit of news, nothing crazy, and then we'll move forward. So some of this might be a little older too. A new season of Black Clover has been announced with a new trailer. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm all about it. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I'm there.
My question is the
I know
next
you
bit
don't
of
like Black Clover.
news that they also
I don't want to hear it.
postponed it to 2026?
I don't want to hear it. It's in the works. It hasn't been finished. Of course, it's going
Uh,
to be 2026. It's over halfway through the year. I'm not expecting it this
when they
year.
first said something about it, I'm like, oh, they're going to be dropping it in 2025? And then they're like,
I didn't
actually
expect.
2026.
I didn't expect that because they just announced it and it's
Mm.
mid July. Like I didn't think it was going to come out till next year, anyways. But I digress. Um, let's see. A new Cyberpunk Edge Runners season 2 is coming out. The storyline is not going to be following David. The creator already came out and said David is dead, but he said expect a lot of sadness because there's a lot of stories in Night City to be told. So we'll see. I did hear something about it being a revenge story. I don't know if that means revenge of David or revenge just in general, because a lot of people got a lot of revenge to get to in Night City.
Mm-hmm.
If we know anything about Cyberpunk world, people getting shisty all over the place. Um, so a the Aladdin, Jungle Book 2, and Maleficent movie, like Maleficent 2. So there's gonna be Aladdin 2, Jungle Book 2, and Maleficent 2. Um, they have all been canceled by Disney. Every single one of them. Yeah. There's no heavy news on exactly why. I know that me and you talked offline about new animators coming in. This is live action, but still, like screen directors, animators are all getting fired, and new ones are getting brought back on. Old ones are getting brought back on.
Mm-hmm.
Disney to confirm that they're going to be going back to their old animation style for their movies, which is a good and a bad thing.
I love
I
that
mean,
for
it's
them.
not. Yeah, I mean, good and bad thing. I don't think Moana in the old animation style would look good personally, but like if they do more of the clean cut cartoon movies like they used to do, then it'd be great. But like I don't want to see something like Moana in that old 2D animation. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think they
Like,
specifically say they want to get back to actually drawing their
yeah, yeah,
animation.
yeah,
People putting hands to paper,
yeah,
not this AI
yeah,
shit. So I love
yeah.
that for them.
That's good. Um, Demon Slayer, the first movie has been announced to be 2.5 hours long. Two and a
Damn.
half hours long.
Damn.
So apparently we're going to be getting the first three fights from what I've heard. Um, yeah, the first three. So Tanjiro versus Akaza, Zenitsu versus Homeboy, and or Tanjiro and Giyu versus Akaza, Tanjiro versus Homeboy, his old pen pal, and then what's the other one? I forgot what the other one was. Anyways, those are only two fights I care about. Anyways, so yeah, but we'll see Zenitsu put belt to ass in zero point 0.3 seconds, and then we'll move on from that. So I don't know what the rest of the movie is gonna be about.
2 minutes of Zenitsu's fight. It's just gonna be
Yeah,
flashbacks for at least 30 minutes, and then him
yeah,
beating his ass for 30, 35 seconds. You know
yeah.
how it
Not
is.
not even 2 seconds. Thunder God, seventh form. Goodbye. Like goodbye. Sorry, spoilers. Right. Um. Also, the Japan came out with, and I got more. Because I added the news from today onto older news, so I'm gonna kind of flip back and forth here for Demon Slayer news. The tickets that they came out with for Demon Slayer are dope. They look like longer debit cards, and they're like acrylic plastic, and they have like the Demon Slayer logo. They look like a collector's item
Oh
in
hell yeah!
Japan, like straight up collector's item.
Like the that
Um,
hard card.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. The tickets also sold out in 10 minutes in most of Japan, most Japanese theaters.
I love that
Yes,
for it.
yeah, 10 minutes,
You think it's
10 whole
going to
minutes.
be where you place it? Like before we even get there, where do you place it for highest grossing anime movies?
Oof. Um,
You think it's
I'd
going to reach
say
top
top
five?
three,
Top
top
three?
three.
Whew. I think
Yeah.
Mugen Train broke top five easily. So
Yeah, it did. So this one's definitely, and then the only one that I don't think it'll surpass was the Dragon Ball movie. That
mm,
last Dragon Ball movie, or not the last one, the second to last one that came out. That was like the highest of all time or whatever.
yeah.
I forgot what the other one was. What are the top three right now? I don't know what the top three are. I know one of them's one of the Dragon Ball movies. I know that
Mm.
for a fact.
Let
But
me look at it. Look it up for a
yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah. But those tickets, I mean, they sold out in 10 whole minutes. And I think it's probably going to be. I wonder that we've been running into issues here in our state. And I think I told you about this about the Lilo and Stitch movie, where all the merch has been sold out the night of. So I'm going to have to go there. If they sell merch at these theaters for Demon Slayer, I'm going to have to go there like that night. Because I always go the next day and it's already sold out. So we'll see. We'll
Especially,
see.
I don't know. I think it's your area. Like you got some real movie watchers in your area.
I must have because Lilo and Stitch was sold out. Jurassic World stuff was sold out. The King Kong movie was sold out. Like everything's been sold out. The only thing left is Mission Impossible buckets. Like who the fuck wants that? Tom Cruise. It's a 16th movie. I don't care. Like,
All right, you ready for the top
like
10?
yeah, top top five.
Top 10. Top 10.
Give
Here's
me top
our
five.
top. Here's our top 10 highest grossing anime movies. This is the reason why I want to say top 10.
Okay.
Clearly. So number 10 is Weathering with You. Great movie, great movie. Number 9 is One Piece Film Red. Everybody applaud. Applaud, applaud. Number
Okay.
8, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Jujutsu
Are we
Kaisen
talking about
Zero.
ones that came out in theaters? Is this in theaters,
This
right?
is
Or just general?
top 10 grossing anime movies with their approximate worldwide gross. So worldwide, not just in Japan or anything.
Okay, because my category that I was thinking of are the ones that are in theaters, not just that just come out.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
these are in
Okay.
theaters.
I mean, so
So
far the ones you talked about were in theaters, so
yeah,
there's
Ponyo, never heard of it. Number 6, Howl's Moving Castle, obviously Studio Ghibli. They're gonna do the thing.
they come out with that shit every year though. So in theater it's
Hey, and it
always
still racks numbers every year. Number 5, the first slam dunk. That's crazy to me, but apparently 278 million point 96 million for that movie.
okay.
Number
Okay.
4, Suzume. That was a newer one, I think I remember. Number
Okay.
3, Your Name, of course. Number 2,
Okay.
Spirited Away. And number 1, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train.
Really?
Yeah,
Dragon Ball's not up there.
not up
Well,
there.
I gotta see. I'm almost
Didn't make
positive
the
there was
list.
a stat that came out about Dragon Ball being one of the
It,
highest
it,
grossing.
it may have been like just in Japan type shit or in
Might have
America type shit. Like
it might have been
this
just
is
America.
globally. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dragon Ball is
I
super
think
popular in America.
Infinity Castle is gonna be number one then. If Mugen Train is number one, Infinity Castle is gonna be number one. 100%. Because I'm
Number
not
one.
Slam Dunk can eat a bag of rice. I don't even know what that is.
Slam,
This ain't Space Jam. I don't care.
Slam
Like,
Dunks is a love like one of those like the gems of the sports anime. So
yeah, I've seen like clips or
it is what
pieces
it
of it, but
is.
I think it'll be up there. I think it'll be up there. I'm gonna go see it. So I
One
know a
hundred
lot of people
percent.
are. Crunchyroll was caught using Chat GPT for subtitles in the show Necronomicon and Cosmic Horror. And you could tell because in its subtitles, it would say Chat GPT said, and then it would do the subtitle
No way.
for specific. Yeah, when you look up the clips to put up here, I'm talking about it, you'll see it. It's funny.
That's
Looks great.
hilarious.
Laziness at its finest. A1, A1, who are the people who are famous for obviously animating Solo Leveling, had just been they pretty much had an audit conducted on them, and they are actually in a loss of 1.23 or 1.23 million dollars, despite the recent success of Solo Leveling. A lot of people are speculating what's going on, them losing contracts, them not animating who they're supposed to be animating, them losing sponsors, but nobody really knows why they're missing $1.23 million or why they operated in a net loss of over $1 million. So I don't know what's going on with A1, but hopefully it's probably why Solo Leveling ain't coming back for a while. Because
Mm.
remember a while ago we talked about how Solo Leveling was going to get postponed to like 2027, and nobody knew why until they got audited and found out that they lost $1.23 million. So
Yeah, they
I'm
supposedly
assuming that
said it was a
has
lot of projects.
I'm assuming it has something to do with it though.
I mean, we were wondering like projects, like how many projects do you really need that you can't work on your best selling anime? It was just a
Yeah,
matter of they just don't have the money right now, so they need to do the
yeah,
other projects to get the money so they can be able to pay the
mm,
animators for the shit they're gonna be bringing for season 3. So
yeah. Fair, 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 fair,
hey,
fair,
hey,
fair.
do what you
True,
got to
true.
do. Bring us that season 3 though.
True. Dragon Ball Super manga will not be returning until 2020, or will not be returning in 2025. So those of y'all who are reading the mangas for Dragon Ball Super,
World's smallest
yeah,
violin.
yeah, I've seen smaller. Um, Solo Leveling live action is scheduled for Netflix. So if you're, yeah, I'm. Look,
Who
the
asked
actor
us?
they got the actor that they got to play for him. Look, I mean, these are Korean
I
actors, so you know
don't
it's gonna be good.
care. I don't
It's
care.
gonna be good. I'm watching it. I'm
Bro,
watching it.
no one asked for that.
The
Just
the minute it comes out,
so much anime we could have been
the minute
bringing.
it comes out,
Make us
the
another
minute it comes
Korean
out.
zombie movie. I would have watched that.
I mean, All of Us Are Dead are coming back. Season two's coming
Hmm.
back out. I think it's this month actually
This
is when
month.
it's coming back.
Hey,
I
check
think
that out.
so. Yeah. Um, Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't had them in the news in a while.
Mm.
Tokyo Ghoul movie has been announced. It's a compilation. There we go. Movie, and it's gonna have specific episodes from season one that people speculate will have us that will tie the story between the episodes. So the episodes are 1, 5, 8, 10, 11, and 12 that'll
Mm.
be comprised into a movie. Um, and people speculate that the between will have something that ties it in. It's pretty much getting rid of like filler nonsense, getting rid of like a bunch of unnecessary stuff to just tell a complete story really quickly.
Yeah.
But it said it's supposed to be coming out in theaters. We'll see if it is. I'm definitely going to go see that. But one of the funniest comments was like, because it says the first thing is Tokyo Ghoul movie coming out. One of the top comments was the GIF of the dude open up the fridge at night, and he's like, and he gets disappointed, like he's excited when he opens the fridge, and then he looks in, he's like,
I mean, they did the same shit to us before with their big announcement, and then when they finally came out with the announcement, it was just like a art museum of their
yeah,
some art.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, bro, give us a fucking third season. Why are you fucking blue
yeah,
balling us?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, cool. I'm
Um,
gonna check it out because I like Tokyo Ghoul, especially first seasons.
mhm,
First season was
the
epic,
best season.
but
Yeah.
I want a third season and do it right.
Yeah, do it right. I would annex everything that had to do with him being a ghoul hunter, and just start back over from the end of
Get
season
rid of
one.
that shit.
Yeah, get rid of that fucking nonsense. And to be fair, like the first part of it wasn't bad, and then they just got lazy,
It
which they even
just got
admitted.
weird.
They finished it out. They just were done with it. So, for you Naruto fans who are constantly looking in the fridge and being disappointed, you don't have to be anymore. Because the
Boruto's
last thing I
coming
got
back.
on the docket is Sony Yay, which is like a streaming platform, is going to be releasing 9 new episodes of Naruto Shippuden. They were primarily scheduled for the 2023. So you remember a couple years ago when they came out with a new edited version of like the fight, and then
Hmm.
they also announced that they were working on new episodes that were going to kind of be like canon but not canon, like filler kind
Yeah.
of episodes. Well, those episodes are now going to be released on Sony Yay finally, here in 2025.
Wow.
So yeah, if you're looking forward to those episodes, go find Sony A or go sail the high seas and you can find those episodes. I'm not exactly sure. They said it's July timeframe, so or not August timeframe, excuse me. Um, so just kind of keep your head out and keep looking at that. But that's my news. That wraps it up. That wraps it up. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but hey, you know. Um. Oh yeah, Attack on Titan. I was like, what am I talking about? What's going on? What's going on? All right. So I know you talked me into this, and I want to talk about it a little bit. I want to talk about it a little bit because you persuaded me without persuading me to do this.
He
So
wrote me into
obviously,
this.
yeah, obviously, you talked me into rewatching Attack on Titan. You talked me into it without talking me into it. You said I'm rewatching Attack on Titan, and I said, "Bet I'm gonna do it." No,
I'm
no,
just telling you what's happening. You're like, oh,
right?
really?
Yeah,
I need to see that for myself.
yeah. You would tell me things, and like so. Side note, I mean, we've done a arc breakdown of Attack on Titan many moons ago. So if you ever want to go back and check that out, but my demeanor is going to be so much different while I talk about this time than it was last time. And I have to say, the my backstory on Attack on Titan is goes as follows. So Attack on Titan came out. I didn't when it first came out. I didn't watch the first two seasons. I think or no, I think I started watching it when the second season like was airing. Is when I first started watching it. Obviously, I caught up super fast, and then I kind of continued with it, dropped it, continued with it, dropped it, continued with it, dropped it, and then as soon as we got up to season four, the final season, when it transitioned from Eren pointing at the sea to Gabby's fucking to Gabby, um, I didn't know what was going on at all. And this is around the time me and David are obviously doing the podcast, and you go, "Hey, just watch it because this movie's coming out, and the movie is gonna wrap up like everything that goes on with it." So I said, "Screw it." So I watched the whole fourth season up until the rumbling, and I still had no idea what was going on. I had zero idea what was going on. So I even went back, and I'm pretty sure I rewatched season three,
Mm-hmm.
and I went straight into season four again, and I still had no fucking idea what was going. I was like, "What is happening?" The problem is Attack on Titan is one of those shows that, to be honest, you need to start it when it's been finished. Like personally, like if if you started it when it started and you were season episode by episode waiting and waiting and waiting, it can get confusing. But right now, I'm at the part where Zeke and Eren are going through their dad's memories, and Zeke's gaslighting himself into believing Eren's right. And I'm caught on everything because there's things that happen in the season one that finally come back around episode, 7 of season four. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it you have to have had that knowledge that was fresh in your mind
Mm-hmm.
to like really appreciate the story. I think I was telling you for one example, I believe it was the end of season 2, maybe beginning of season 3, when Aaron's dad was about to get turned into the attack titan, and he's sitting on the wall with the owl, and the owl goes, "I'm about to turn you into this attack titan. I need you to save Armin and Mikasa." And he's like, "Who is that?" You know what I'm saying? And but this is like years before Aaron's even born, and Mikasa and Armin are even born. And he's like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "I don't know. Those aren't my memories." And then we find out literally 10 episodes later that Aaron has been traversing time, throwing his memories into all the other attack titans, and like, because this man is universal at this point, and like these things that you have to catch up on. And since I've watched it from like season one all the way up until now, like almost every single day, every night religiously, everything makes so much more sense. And I don't understand how people don't like this show. But well, I do. So I do and I don't. I think it's because they're not starting it from the beginning as it's been finished. If people that don't like the show would watch it now and start it from start to finish, I believe their opinion would 100% change. Because even me, like we would go to Five Below and I'd see the Attack on Titan mangas and I'd be like, oh, Attack on Titan is okay. It's not like the best. But now I'm like, this show is fucking amazing. Like this show is great because I actually understand the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand what's going on because they have this way about them where like a whole storyline will break down, then they'll jump into a flashback of how that storyline actually happened. Then they'll go into a battle, and then they'll go into another flashback on how this battle came to be, and then somebody will die, and then they'll go 11 hours later into or earlier to how this person like it's a constant back and forth as it goes forward. It's like two steps forward, one step back the entire show. That's how it is, and it's
But it's
hard
not.
to keep pace of.
But it's not jarring though. Like if you actually
Mm-mm.
sit down and watch it and pay
Yeah.
attention to it, it's actually pretty fluid. It's not as back and
Absolutely.
forth as you would if you just watch it and hey, I
Yeah.
just watched season three. How did that go? Oh, it just kept going back and forth. You didn't
Yeah.
really understand why it kept going back and
Hmm.
forth.
Yeah, there's so much that on a second watch through that you really understand like what's going on. You know me, I'm not a big government person. Like Marleyan, Eldian, Eastern European, like all these different like when they started introducing kingdoms and governments and I was like, what the fuck? Like show me some titans, cut some napes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucking sick of this shit, right? But like it makes sense on like what's going on and to be fair, knowing what's gonna happen actually makes this is like one of the rare times like it actually makes a show better.
Mm.
Like knowing how like what's gonna happen and be like that's how it got there. That's how this person was, you know, tricked into this or this person was tricked into that. You know what I'm saying? The problem is there's so many twists and so many like deceptions in here that they have to tell you like how the shit happened. They have to go back and be like, hey, this is actually how this happened. This is how that happened. But it's a so much better watching it a second time. I mean, I'm close to the rumbling. Like I said, I'm right where Zeke and Eren are going back into the memories, and Eren's like, "You thought you was gonna bring me in here and bond over trauma? Our daddy just didn't like you. I don't know what to tell you. I
I
don't know
was
what to tell
I
you.
was the favorite. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like he actually loved me. That's your fault. That's on you. Like first, like I don't know what you. First of all, I mean, you turned him in. That's on you. Like but you killed your own mama. I
That's
don't know what to tell
factual.
you. It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head. But
You know another
for my
reason why people don't like it is because a lot of people with and it's anime's fault. The newer anime these days are has conditioned people to get the information in the forefront. They get everything
yeah,
they want to know by episode one
mm,
or by episode three. You got what you needed. But this show, you
mm,
don't get the information in season one. You
mm.
don't get the information in season two. You finally get to know one small piece of the puzzle by the end of the season. So about time you finally get to the final season, you have only maybe 75% of the puzzle. And then when the movie finally ends, you're like, wow, that was everything. And now that shit makes so much sense.
Well,
And that's why it's epic.
yeah. I read something that the creator said, and he said the point is that we are a spectator just like everyone else watching Eren.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know what's going. We're not supposed to because he's formulating plans. And if you don't notice this, we don't know what the plan is until Eren tells us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know just as much as everybody else is. We're meant to be a spectator just like Aaron, Armin, Mikasa, like the Hanji, Levi, like all the people who have no idea what's going on. And then we learn a little bit as they try to piece things together. And then we're like, oh yeah, that's what's going on. And then Aaron's like, nah, that's not what was going on this whole time. Like my mind's completely in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? Like we're learning things and we don't know things until Aaron teaches us. And now Aaron tells us because the whole idea by the end of it is that Aaron goes back in time to our memories as well, right? To our memories while we're watching the show and is like, "Oh, oh, oh, damn. Oh, okay."
Oh.
Like, Aaron's sitting in the hallway as they're all speaking and shit. I looked for that episode too and I paused it and I was like, "Yeah, that's Aaron
That's
sitting
Aaron.
right there. That's okay. Interesting." And I knew the creator. The creator knew we weren't going to catch that the first time around. He
Mm-hmm.
knew that. Until we know what's going on, then we got to be like, I got to go back now and be like, how did this happen? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it really draws you into the story because, like you said, they're ready to spill the secrets the first two episodes, and Aaron's like, I'm not telling you or the people watching this show my secrets. That's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen. And I think that's masterful storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's masterful storytelling to keep us in suspense as well, to keep us also in the loop, feel like we're included in this plot. You got to pick a side, Jaegerist or so on and so forth, and then maybe you find out what's going on, but hey, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. That's
Mm-hmm.
on you. You know what I'm saying? But this watch through has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this watch through is something that has really like brought Attack on Titan on my list. Like I think I said last time I said it was probably like top 10, and that's being generous because there's some stuff in my top 10 that aren't like that good. It's like I only really stick with a few anime
Yeah.
on that I can.
You got a revolving door for your top 10. Only maybe your top one
I
is probably the only static one.
I have a revolving door for like up to five at least. And
Hmm.
maybe up to three is my revolving door. So like top 10 ain't that special, but it's Attack on Titan's up. It's not leaving. It's one of those
Yeah,
that probably ain't gonna leave. Like it's gonna stay where it's at. So how'd your watch through go? Because I know you watched it for all good. So
bro. I read Attack on Titan, so I watched
yeah.
season one and season two, and then I was like, you know what? Because it was like a long ass break in between season one and season two, or season two and season three. There was a long ass
Hmm.
break, so I was like, I'm just gonna read it, and that's what kind of kept me going. As
Yeah.
the new seasons came out and watching, like, because I kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't fully
Hmm.
know what was going on.
Nobody
I
did,
think
honestly.
Attack on Titan is one of the few shows that are actually better when you do a full rewatch. And like
Oh yeah.
I hear a lot of time with like a lot of content creators because they like go back and like reread One Piece all the way from the beginning, reread
Yeah.
what Naruto all the way from the beginning because it's like it's so much better when you reread it again.
Hmm.
This is one of those pieces of media that it's better the second time around. You
Hmm.
probably even got it and love it the first time around. Watch that shit again. This is
Yeah.
most definitely one of those one of the ones
Yeah.
that's going to get better when you watch it again. And honestly,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, what other shows do I need to rewatch for them to be better? The second go, it happened
Oh,
to me
wait.
again. No,
That's
Cowboy Bebop. I loved Cowboy
that
Bebop.
is fair.
I
That's
rewatched that
fair.
shit again. It was so much better because I watched it
That's
on
fair.
Adult Swim, like one episode, maybe a few weeks later, I catch another
Yeah. Yeah.
episode type shit. But watching it in one full sit down, it was like this is so
Yeah.
much better on the rewatch. Shit, probably Full Metal
Yeah.
Alchemist Brotherhood is one of those joints too. I just watched that
Yeah.
one in one go, so that's why I
Yeah.
appreciated it. But honestly, it really opened my eyes up to
It's,
like those
yeah.
slow burner animes.
It's because like we said, the storytelling, right?
Hmm.
Like the storytelling is better back then, right? The storytelling is a lot better than, and no shade on Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer is just flash and sword fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And the Attack on Titan is telling a full story, and until you can get that full story, there's not like you can't really get it. And there's like the people who are diehard Attack on Titan fans, if you ask them, they've watched the show multiple times. And I don't really know many people, unless it's like their favorite top number one show, that have watched a show like that multiple times and then be like, I love this show. Like I'll watch it again and again and again.
One
And
Piece any day
you
of the
look at
week.
well, you look at them and you're just like, why? But then you go to Attack on Titan again and you watch it and you're just like, oh yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
fucking because I don't think I've ever watched. Maybe there's been a few movies, or maybe like for like Supernatural, for example. I've seen Supernatural show like 5 to 7 times, right? And I pick up on little things. I don't think I can do it anymore. I've picked up on everything I can pick up in that show. But like I'd pick up on a little bit more each time I watch the show, right? Like different stuff and stuff like that. But with Attack on Titan, it's like your mind is opened because no longer are you a spectator. You're on the end. You're on the get up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so things just they have a savory taste, a more savory taste to them. They feel a little bit different than when you're first watching it. Because at first you just be like, what the fuck are you like? What the fuck? What are you doing? Like this makes no sense. And then you're just like, oh, because he wanted to do this, whatever, cool. And then, but then when you watch the whole thing again, you're just like, belt about to be put to ass. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, damn, you know.
Hmm.
So like it just makes sense, and you get to see the transition shifts a lot. Like with Aaron, I think I texted you the other night. I was like, oh, I could just Aaron's personality just took a 180-degree turn.
Hmm.
Like you can see when it happens. Like you can literally see when it happens. Start growing his hair out. Start, you know. I was like, yeah, yeah, it's the world's cooked. Like I don't know what to tell you. Um, but yeah, it's one of those shows. I'd have to agree with you. I'm probably gonna start back up One Piece anyways because I'm in a binging mood now, and obviously we're in our beginning season right now of new anime, and I watched like the first episode of a couple shows, but I'm in a binging mood, and obviously I'm in the beginning of Whole Cake, so I'm probably gonna start One Piece back up again and start binging that show until I can get halfway through this season, and then I'll start watching those ones. But Attack
Okay.
on Titan was good, man. I'm glad you said something when you did about Attack on Titan, because
No, you know what it also got me thinking about when it comes to just storytelling?
yeah,
Frieren. Because you mentioned that you were starting your Frieren binge. I think Frieren is probably
well,
another show to watch. You got to watch it all one go through. You can't just watch it
Yeah,
in pieces. And
I
you
will say.
you have a habit of watching things in pieces. So how's your friend binge going?
So we didn't finish it. Obviously, like Attack on Titan took over, and she, my wife's an EMT, so like she works every other 24 hours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we can't really binge stuff like that. I will say, I think Frieren was more enjoyable because my wife enjoyed it.
Mm.
So I'm gonna be honest, like rewatching Frieren, and we got a lot further than I did by myself. It's better, but I'm still not convinced it's a good show.
Okay.
Like a great or not good show. It's not a great show, and that's just me. That's just my opinion, right?
Of course.
Um, like we watch. I think we're like 3 to 4 episodes towards the end, or maybe three. Like I don't know,
Really?
something
You
like
think
that.
you're only 3 episodes towards the end, and you're
I'm
still
trying to
feeling this
think.
way? Wow.
It's either I think it's four or five, four or
Okay.
five, one of
Okay.
those. I'm not exactly sure. But
Watch the last
like
five at least in one full go. Don't
yeah,
break it
no,
up.
I'm not like I'm fully committed. She wants to finish it too, but it's like her show now. She loves Frieren. Like she thinks it's great. She likes elves and magic and walking around and it's a girl and all that stuff. That's her shit, right?
Mm.
And so like it was more enjoyable I think because the I got to do something with my wife, anime wise, that I like, and we don't really get to watch a lot of stuff together because she's always gone, and so we really enjoyed that together. But I will say, like watching it continuously was like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is this is that. So like, it did feel a little bit better. But I won't say like it really like was like, oh my, this show is a banger. Like like I don't know.
You don't have
I
to
don't
be
know.
gentle with my feelings, bro. It's okay.
Well, no, I'm being honest. Like it's a good show so far. It's just not one of those like I know people put in an S rank, people mad at upset anime of the year, right? We talked anime of the year.
Mm.
I don't think the last 5 episodes are gonna make me be like, yeah, this should have been. I've seen the clips of the fights. I've seen like some of the stuff that happens. The fights look great, but like everything that led up her walking and getting grimoires and planting flowers and shit, I'm just like, I don't
I
care.
don't
Like
care.
I don't
Oh shit.
like
Okay.
I get what it's about and I appreciate what the point of the story is. I'm
Mm.
not saying that it needs to be fighting and action all the time, but this is just not my cup of tea. Like the first 3 quarters of the show is slice of life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is. It's her getting grimoires and teaching the girl. Like, and
It is indeed.
that's just not me. That's just not me. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
All
We'll
right.
get there.
All right.
We'll get there. But I appreciate you guys for showing up. I appreciate you guys for sticking around with us thus far. We're still in the beginning of the anime season of 2025 here, wrapping up this summer season. Let us know your comments down below. Let us know if you like Attack on Titan or not. And then if you don't, go rewatch. Just rewatch it. Just take the time. Go rewatch it. Go take a look at it. We appreciate it. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.